So this is lesson one of my A to Z of digital marketing, and happy new year. So now, in case you're wondering who's this guy that is talking, my name is Godwin Echo, but I'm known as Gflex, so you can just call me Gflex. I'm a digital marketing manager specialized in the area of Google, Facebook ads, website optimization, creating of landing page and sales funnel, with tight skill of video editing, graphics design, content marketing, copywriting and other stuffs that has to do with digital marketing. In the space of 8 months, I've run cumulative ad spending of over 8.6 million naira for both tech and fintech organizations. Now, my major goal is try to build a community where a lot of digital marketers can come in and ask questions, learn stuff that has to do with digital marketing. So if this rhymes with your goal, then I would say welcome to lesson one of digital marketing. So if you've not gone through the career guide, I'll kindly ask that you watch the career guide. It's the first video that was uploaded before this one. So you can find the link up here. So just click on it, watch it so you can understand what the entire course is about, what to expect, the different steps you can go about learning and grabbing maximum content from this particular course. So again, I would say welcome to my A to Z of digital marketing lesson one. Now, the very big questions a lot of persons will ask is, what is digital marketing? I think if you had asked that question sometime like 4 years, 5 years back, what is digital marketing? It would have been fair enough to get an answer. But currently, the question you should ask is what a lot of persons need to understand about digital marketing. So if we say, okay, what is digital marketing? A lot of persons understand that, okay, digital marketing is you selling a product or trying to sell a product or creating an awareness or prompting an engagement online, basically in the digital space, through the different means of marketing. That can go as digital marketing. But when you say what a lot of persons don't understand about digital marketing, you're trying to understand, okay, what are the steps people need to take? What are the steps people need to take? What are the things people need to apply in order to learn digital marketing? What are the do's and the don'ts of digital marketing, literally? So this is what it means for somebody to say, okay, what people don't understand about digital marketing. So now let me give you a very short story. Please pay attention to this story. So let's say I see a very beautiful lady looking very, very beautiful. And then I approached the lady, and the next thing I did was to go on my knees and bring out a ring. And then I asked the lady if she would be my wife, basically if she would marry me. Now, we both know that the next thing that will prompt is either I get a slap or the conclusion will be made that I'm insane, that I don't know what I'm doing. The reason why is because it's not expected for me to just see a lady for the first time and the next thing I do is to ask her to marry me. Why did I say it's not the right thing? Now, the reason why I say it's not the right thing to do is because prior to this time of me asking this lady to marry me, there's not been any prior relationship built. There's not been any sense of trust established. There's not been any conversation or any kind of pre-arrangement to this. So it's said that it can be interpreted that, okay, I'm the stranger and I just came and I said she should marry me. Basically because she doesn't know me, so she would likely not accept. I mean, 95% of the time you will get a no on that. Now, the reason why I say 95%, of course, there are ladies who accept you and say, okay, no problem. Probably something they've been praying for a long time. So they might just accept and be like, okay, no problem, let's get married. But 95%, did I even say 95%? Maybe 97% of the time you will get a no. Now, reason being because there's no relationship established, no sense of trust established, and there's not been any kind of communication, any pre-arrangement at all concerning this. So the lady would likely say no. Now, this scenario I just explained to you is apparently what a lot of persons carry out as a digital marketer. I mean, look at things from this way. I'm scrolling online and I get to see a product. And then I like the product because apparently the picture looks very nice. And then I click on the product. First of all, the reason why I get to see that product is because you apparently did some kind of promotion. Maybe you ran an ad or something. And then I click on the product, and then the next thing I'm seeing is a payment page where I need to slot in my card to pay $500. Now the question would be, okay, why should I buy this product? Why do you think I should buy from you? Because apparently, if this product is out here, that means there are other persons that should be selling such kind of product. So why do you think I should buy from you? I don't know you personally. I've not had any communication with you before. I don't think I've come across your product before. I'm seeing your product for the first time, and the next thing you're doing, you're pumping out the price to my face, you're pumping out your bank details to my face, and you're expecting me to make payment. You might likely lose me. I might likely ignore it. I might not pay. The reason why is because you did not give me reasons why I should make this payment. So this is what a lot of persons do. That is why the question prompt up what people don't know about digital marketing. So digital marketing is something that has to do with trust. Digital marketing is simply you putting out your product on the digital space, basically to create awareness, to create sale, or to build trust. Now, if you don't understand how to walk through the line of digital marketing in terms of selling your product, you're literally going to be missing it really big, because you're going to be doing it wrongly and you're going to be losing a lot of money in terms of promotions. That's running Google ads and running Facebook ads. The process you can actually go through this is called a sales funnel. So let me explain what a sales funnel is. First of all, what's a funnel? Now, this is the diagram of a funnel. Now, you can see that the top of the funnel is broad, that is wider, while you could see the bottom of the funnel is narrow. What is telling you that, okay, it can accommodate a lot of content from the top, while when it's getting to the bottom, it has to narrow the content down. There's a number of content that comes out at that particular time has to be narrowed compared to what's entering, because the top is broad than the bottom. So explaining this to you, you would know that, okay, the quantity that enters is more, but the quantity that comes out at a particular time is low. You get my point? Compared to what's entering. So now let's explain what sales funnel is. So before I continue, if you have any question or you needed a clarification on anything, just highlight it on the comment section and I'll be very happy to clear you on that. So now let me explain what a sales funnel is. I'm going to use a story, or I'm going to tell you a story and probably try as much as possible to explain a sales funnel with this story. So let's say Brian owns a store in Dubai Mall. Now, Dubai Mall happens to be a very big mall where different vendors, different product owners can own their stores. So let's say Brian owns a store in Dubai Mall. And then Brian sells human hairs and also sells cosmetics. And so in the same Dubai Mall, Michelle owns a store also. And also in same Dubai Mall, Gabriel owns a store. Still in that same Dubai Mall, John owns a store. So we have Brian, we have Michelle, we have Gabriel, we have John. They all own stores in that same Dubai Mall. Now, Michelle, on her own part, she sells human hairs also. She also sells cosmetics. Same with John, same with Gabriel. So they all sell human hairs and cosmetics. Remember, all still in that same Dubai Mall. So now, the record shows that we have over 5,000 persons come in Dubai Mall every day. Apparently, these 5,000 persons have things they come to buy in Dubai Mall. But out of these 5,000 persons, some persons go to Michelle, some persons go to John, some persons go to Gabriel, and of course, some persons goes to Brian. Yes. So now, the number shows that we have a total of, out of that 5,000 persons that enters Dubai Mall, we have 100 persons that goes to Brian. So the remaining 4,900 happens to go to the other persons that sell stuffs in Dubai Mall. Apparently Gabriel, John, or Michelle, or the other person, because there are other persons that sell stuffs in Dubai Mall. So now Brian happens to attract 100 persons out of these 5,000 persons. And then due to how Brian was able to convince, and due to how Brian was able to project the value of his human hair and cosmetic he sells, due to how Brian was able to project customers' testimonies, people who have bought from him in the past, and explaining to these 100 persons that, okay, this is the reason why my human hair and my cosmetics is the best. So Brian was able to make 10 sales. That's 10 persons were able to buy from Brian. So now the other 90 persons, maybe due to the fact that they've not really made a decision to buy yet, or maybe due to the fact that they are not ready at that particular time, or maybe due to the fact that they came for window shopping or one or two reasons, 90 were not able to successfully make purchase. So Brian was able to sell to 10 persons. Over time, as time progresses and all that, Brian was able to retain 4 out of those 10 persons that he successfully sold to that time. He was able to retain 4 as returning customers. So these 4 were people that bought, that were part of those 10 that bought, and they came back again because they felt like, okay, Brian, your hair looks so good. We really love to purchase your hair again and all that. Or maybe they had a friend and they feel like, okay, my friend needs this hair too and all that. So they were returning customers. Now, what I just explained to you, from the 5,000 persons that enters the mall to the 100 persons that went to Brian, to the whole Brian trying to market to this person, but he successfully marketed his hair to 10 persons, and then he was able to retain 4 persons as returning customers. This is now called a sales funnel. Now, let me explain to you why it's a sales funnel. Let's switch it back to the digital space. Now, when you throw an ad out there, probably you sell a phone. So I take a picture of this phone and I get to upload it on my Facebook or on my Instagram. Then I run an ad. So now I carry out an ad on this particular phone, and then I get to see that the phone came across 7,000 persons saw these phones, and out of those 7,000 persons, 200 persons show interest in this phone by clicking. Do you get my point? When you run an ad, you have something called impressions. Impressions are people who came across your ad, who literally successfully saw your ads. So out of these 7,000 persons who came across your ads, you now had 200 persons who clicked the ad, of which they were directed to your landing page or maybe your social media page or so. So now, when they landed on your social media page, this is where you do the trick. This is where the magic happens. Or when they land on your landing page, you will now have to explain to them that's where they should get more details. That's where they should be convinced that they are getting this stuff for the best price. So what I should successfully do on my landing page is to now explain to them, give them details, give them reasons why this is the best product. Tell them if it's not working well, they can actually return it and they get their full money back. That's explain to them a lot of stuff. They get convinced enough. And then out of that 200, probably 40 now went ahead because they were convinced. Maybe the remaining 160 persons probably looked at it and felt like, okay, I'm not ready for this now. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow, or I think I'll just screen grab this and maybe come and get it tomorrow, or my money's not complete yet. When it's complete yet, I'll come and get it. So 1 or 2 reasons you are not able to sell to 160 persons. But 40 were able to go ahead after reading all your explanations about the phone, after going through the different testimonials for people who have bought from you in the previous time. After doing all this stuff, you were able to, they were able to click and make purchase of this phone. Now, this is literally the journey of sales. It's called a sales funnel. Remember, we had 7,000 persons who literally saw this ad. And then we had 200 persons who clicked to go look at it actually. And then from there, we had 40 persons who made purchase. This is called a sales funnel. The entrance was big, so 7,000 persons were able to enter. As they were going through, the journey took them, some persons dropped. It was many 200 persons. As it gets through, it was many 40 persons. That was why you were able to make it work. So now let's go back to Brian and his store explanation. So let's say, for instance, Brian did not in any way intend to explain to anybody about his product, intend to market his product. Like when I mean market now, giving them testimonials of people who have bought the product, explaining to them why the product is the best product. Maybe Brian don't intend to do all of this stuff. So what Brian did was to carry his wig and his cosmetics, place it outside his store, place a price tag to it, probably $500, and then place bank details on it. Now, this is what will happen. Maybe the 5,000 persons that usually come to Dubai Mall will just pass through Brian's product and look at it, admire it, and pass. The reason why is because they might want to get it, but they don't have enough information. All they are seeing is just the price and the bank details. I mean, they don't have enough information why they should buy. They've not been any trust built prior to this time. They've not been any kind of relationship built with them for them to understand that, okay, that price is worth the goods. So literally, they might just likely pass and not make purchase. So you get my point. So that's the same thing with when you run your ad. Don't just direct your ad to your payments page. Give them a journey to convince them. And then the best way you can actually do it to attract even more persons is this. Don't make the sales funnel long. Don't make the sales funnel too long. Make it as short as possible such that when they get from the ad, they get to the page, they read what they need to read, they make the payment. By the time you start taking them through several steps, they drop. You remember we talked about the funnel. If it's too long, as it's going, it's getting small. So it's better you cut certain steps. You cut maybe 2 steps out of it to make it even shorter. So when they get in, they can just quickly look at stuff and make or take actions immediately. So it's very important. So sales funnel, of course, is something we're still going to talk about a lot in terms of this course because it's one primary stuff. Most especially if you have intention of running an e-commerce store, or maybe you have intention of working in some tech companies that literally deal with products and all that, majorly sales. We're going to be talking about sales funnel a lot. 2 major things you need to understand about digital marketing is that, number one, for somebody to successfully buy from you, one, they need to be motivated, because a lot of times people don't buy it because they need it. They need to be motivated. Then secondly, they need to have the buying power at that particular time. They need to have the buying power to be able to make that decision to buy. And the fact that you have 7,000 persons coming in the sales funnel does not mean that those people that did not make purchase at that particular time are useless. Of course, a lot of persons, like I explained earlier, people drop because of a reason. It could be at that particular time they don't have the buying power. So that is where it is very important. So that is why it is very important you have a sales funnel so that over the time you can now continue building relationship. If what you ran was an ad, you can now retarget those same persons, making them understand that, okay, you show interest in this product some time ago and you didn't make purchase. You can actually make purchase now if you have the buying power now. More of like making them understand that, okay, this stuff is still available, you could get them. So maybe at that particular time, they were seeing the ad for the 3rd time or the 4th time, because traditionally in marketing, it is said that for you to successfully have someone purchase your product, you need to literally try to have your product on their face at least 7 times. So imagine having your product appear on somebody's face for the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th time. They might likely buy because they keep saying it. At that particular time, you've built a certain kind of relationship and you've made them understand that you are real. So they might likely make purchase. So thank you so very much for staying up to this time. In our next video, we're going to be talking about conversion challenges, why people don't get to buy from you, and how you can actually solve that. I hope this was helpful. See you in the next video.